Oh, there you are. Don't move. Don't even blink yet, because I want you to feel this moment the way they felt it. Yeah, that moment. The one where you stepped outside, like it was just another day. Like you were still the same version they memorized. Predictable, readable, safe. But something was off, wasn't it? Something in the air shifted. Yoma, who let you out like that? That's what they were thinking. Not saying it out loud. No. They didn't have the courage for that. But you saw it. You felt it. The hesitation. The microsecond glitch in their confidence. The way their eyes tried to process you like corrupted data. Traffic didn't just stop. Reality did. Because you didn't walk out the same person they thought they could control with opinions, labels, or memories. You walked out as a contradiction, and contradictions terrify people. You see, they were comfortable when you were either the saint or the problem, either the quiet one or the broken one, either the nice one or the one they could dismiss. But now you're both. Now you're the calm voice that can cut deeper than chaos, and the chaos that smiles like it knows something nobody else does. And that right there is what made them stutter, because they don't know which version of you they're dealing with anymore. Are you the angel they underestimated, or the demon they accidentally created? And here's the delicious part. You don't even fully know either. That unpredictability, that's not confusion, that's power. See, most people spend their lives trying to become consistent, stable, easy to define. But you became something worse, something they can't map, because pain did something to you that comfort never could. Pain split you open. It introduced you to versions of yourself you didn't even know existed. Versions that don't beg, versions that don't explain, versions that don't hesitate before walking into a room and bending the atmosphere without saying a single word. You didn't just heal, you evolved. And evolution isn't pretty. It's violent, it's uncomfortable, it's a constant war between who you were and what you're becoming. That's why when you stepped out like that, it didn't look like confidence. No, it looked like a warning. People felt it in their chest, that quiet panic, that subtle voice whispering, something's wrong, something's different, something's dangerous. Not dangerous in the way they tell stories about, but dangerous because you're no longer predictable. And humans, oh, they hate what they can't predict. That's why the haters started stuttering, because their scripts stopped working. They had lines ready for the old you, insults calibrated, judgments rehearsed. They knew how to deal with you when you were smaller, quieter, easier to digest. But now they're looking at you like a puzzle with missing pieces, and it's driving them insane. Because they can't figure out if they should admire you, fear you, or try to destroy you. So they do all three at the same time. That's why you see it, that weird mix of attention and tension, that strange energy where people can't stop watching you, but also can't stand what you represent. You're not just a person anymore. You're a disruption, a walking contradiction, a living reminder that someone can go through hell and come out not softer, but sharper. And here's the part they'll never admit. They're not reacting to what you're wearing. They're reacting to what you've become. Because what you've become forces them to confront what they're not. See, when you were struggling, when you were doubting, when you were breaking quietly in places nobody saw, they felt safe, because your pain made them comfortable. But now you've weaponized that pain. Now every scar is stitched into your presence. Every betrayal is coded into your silence. Every sleepless night built the version of you that doesn't need approval to exist loudly. And that is unsettling, because they can't control it. They can't copy it, and they definitely can't ignore it. So traffic stops, not just cars. Focus stops, conversations stop, energy shifts, because deep down, on a level they don't even understand, they recognize something ancient in you, something primal, the kind of presence that doesn't ask for space. It takes it. The kind of energy that doesn't demand attention. It absorbs it. And you didn't get that from confidence quotes or validation. You got it from surviving things that were supposed to end you. That's the paradox, isn't it? The same darkness they thought would destroy you is the exact thing that made you impossible to ignore. You became both the wound and the weapon, both the silence and the storm. And now when you walk into a space, people don't just see you. They feel exposed, because your existence is proof that transformation is real. And that scares the hell out of anyone still hiding from their own evolution. So they whisper, they stare, they stutter. Yo, who let you out like that? Like you're something that should have been contained, controlled, kept small. But here's the truth they're too afraid to say out loud. Nobody let you out. You broke out. Piece by piece. Through pain. Through pressure. Through nights where you had to rebuild yourself with nothing but raw will and a mind that refused to stay weak. You didn't become this by accident. You became this because something inside you decided, enough. Enough shrinking, enough explaining, enough trying to be understood by people committed to misunderstanding you. So now you walk like a contradiction. You speak like a mystery. You exist like a glitch in their expectations. And whether they love it, hate it, or fear it, they can't ignore it. Because you're not just living anymore, you're disrupting. And the scariest part, this isn't even your final form. This is just the version of you that learned how to survive. Imagine what happens when you fully embrace what you've become. When you stop holding back the parts of you that scare even you. When you realize that the line between angel and demon was never meant to limit you, but to be crossed. That's when the real chaos begins. That's when traffic doesn't just stop, it collapses, and they won't just stutter. They'll go silent, watching, waiting, trying to understand something that was never meant to be understood, only felt, only feared, only remembered. So go ahead, step out like that again. Let them panic, let them question, let them whisper your name like it's a problem they can't solve. Because the truth is, you're not here to be understood anymore. You're here to be undeniable. And that's the part you still haven't fully accepted yet, isn't it? You feel it, but you keep trying to tone it down. You keep trying to make it digestible. You step into your full presence for a second, and then you pull back, like you're afraid of what happens if you don't. Why? Because you've seen what happens. You've seen the way people react when you don't shrink. The tension in their jaw, the forced laughter, the way they suddenly become hyper-aware of themselves around you, like your existence is exposing something they've been trying to hide. That's not in your head. That's real, because when you evolve like this, when you become this unpredictable fusion of calm and chaos, you stop being just a person. You become a mirror. And most people, they don't want to see themselves clearly. They want distortion. They want comfort. They want illusions that tell them they're doing enough. But then you show up, and suddenly their enough feels small. Their confidence feels rehearsed. Their identity feels fragile. That's why they react the way they do. Not because of what you did, but because of what your presence reveals. You expose the gap between who they are and who they could have been if they had your level of resilience. And that gap is painful, so they cope. They label you. Too much, too intense, trying too hard. Something's off about them. No, nothing's off. Everything's just finally aligned with the truth you discovered when everything fell apart. See, most people break and stay broken. You broke, and then you studied the fracture. You learned from it. You sharpened yourself on it. You turned every moment of humiliation, every betrayal, every silent night where you questioned your worth, into raw material. You didn't waste your pain. You refined it. And now it radiates off you in ways people can't logically explain. That's why they keep watching. Even the ones who claim they don't care. They watch the most. Because you've become a psychological anomaly to them. You don't react the way you're supposed to. You don't chase validation. You don't collapse under pressure. And the scariest part, you don't need them. Not in the desperate, approval-hungry way they're used to controlling people. You operate from something deeper now, something quieter, but far more dangerous. Self-possession. That's what stopped the traffic. Not your appearance, not your clothes, not even your confidence in the traditional sense. It was that unspoken certainty that you are no longer negotiable, that your value isn't up for debate, that your presence doesn't require permission. And once people sense that, everything changes. Because now they can't manipulate you the same way. They can't provoke you into insecurity. They can't bait you into proving yourself. You've stepped outside the system they understand. And that's where real power lives. Outside their expectations, outside their control, outside their comprehension. But here's where it gets darker. Because power like that, it comes with a cost. Isolation, not the weak kind, not the lonely, desperate kind. No, the kind where you see through everything, where small talk feels empty, where fake energy feels loud, where you can read intentions before words are even spoken. That level of awareness, it separates you, and sometimes, it gets quiet. Too quiet. You start realizing that the version of you that fits in is the version that no longer exists. And that realization, that's where most people retreat. That's where they water themselves down. That's where they trade power for acceptance. But you didn't do that, did you? No. You kept walking, even when it felt like you were walking alone, even when it would have been easier to go back. Because something inside you knew. There is no going back. You've seen too much. You've become too much. And now the only direction left is forward, into that discomfort, into that unknown version of yourself that keeps evolving every time you think you've reached your limit. That's why your presence hits the way it does. Because it's not static. It's not fixed. It's constantly becoming, and people can feel that. They can feel that you're not done, that what they're witnessing right now is just a phase, a preview, a warning shot, and it unsettles them. Because if this is you now, what the hell are you going to be later? That question, that unanswered, terrifying question, is what keeps them watching. It's what keeps them talking. It's what keeps them slightly nervous every time you enter a space. Because you're not predictable anymore. You're not controllable. You're not even fully understandable. You're evolving in real time, and they can't keep up. So let them stutter. Let them hesitate. Let them whisper things they don't have the courage to say directly. Because every reaction, every micro-expression, every subtle shift in energy is confirmation. Confirmation that you've crossed a line most people never reach. The line between seeking validation and becoming undeniable. And once you cross that line, there's no audience anymore. There's only impact. You don't perform, you affect. You don't chase attention, you command it. Unintentionally, you don't ask to be seen. You become impossible to ignore. So the next time you step out, don't hesitate, don't shrink, don't dilute what you've built just to make others comfortable. Because comfort is what kept you average, and you're far past that now. You're operating in a space where discomfort is your advantage, where unpredictability is your identity, where duality is your weapon. You are both restraint and release, both silence and statement, both the calm before the storm and the storm itself. And the more you embrace that, the less you'll need to prove anything, because at that level, your existence alone does all the talking. So go ahead, walk out like that again. Let reality glitch again. Let the weak energy fold again. Let the watchers watch. Let the haters stutter over words they can't organize anymore. Because every time you show up fully, you remind the world of something it desperately tries to forget. That evolution is real, that pain can be transformed, and that some people don't just survive the darkness, they become something the darkness itself would hesitate to challenge. And that's what you are becoming. Not someone they understand, not someone they can control, not someone they can ignore. Something else entirely, something that doesn't need permission, doesn't need validation, doesn't need approval to walk into any space and change the entire atmosphere just by existing. And now, listen closely, because this is where most people crack, where they freeze, where the story ends for them, and where yours begins. You've already seen the cracks in the world around you. You've noticed how easily people fracture under the weight of reality, how quickly their masks slip when confronted with someone who refuses to follow the script. That's the thrill they'll never admit they feel when you walk past. That's why their stutter isn't just confusion. It's fear disguised as hesitation. They're afraid of what they're seeing, afraid of the truth you're reflecting back at them, that the line between saint and psychopath, angel and demon, calm and chaos, is thinner than anyone ever admitted. And you've stepped directly onto that line and started walking it like a tightrope across a burning city. That line, it's intoxicating, isn't it? The moment when your old self whispers, "This is too much, you're too much," and the other side laughs in your ear, cold, sharp, and precise. That side, the one they warn you about, the one they say will destroy you, it's the one that thrives. It's the one that learned to turn betrayal into power, shame into strategy, pain into ammunition. It's the one that sees every judgment, every sneer, every whispered doubt not as a weapon against you, but as fuel for your next move. And oh, what a move it is. Because unpredictability is your art now. They can't anticipate you, they can't categorize you, they can't replicate you, and the moment they try, they fail spectacularly. Every expectation they had, every little box they tried to put you in, shattered the second you stepped into your own presence. Traffic stops, conversations falter, eyes widen, haters stutter, and somewhere deep down, they admire it and hate themselves for it. That's the paradox of evolution through pain. They hate what you've become because it reminds them of everything they refused to become themselves. Do you feel it? The power that hums in your veins when you walk past all of it. That quiet, terrifying satisfaction of knowing the chaos you survived, the suffering you endured, the nights spent staring at ceilings and whispering promises to yourself. All of it distilled into a presence so magnetic, so dangerous, that reality itself hesitates around you. That hesitation, that microsecond pause in the fabric of their world, that's your signature. That's the ripple you create by simply existing. And here's the cruel, beautiful truth. The more they resist, the stronger it becomes. Their panic, their whispered judgments, their desperate attempts to contain you, they're all just proof that you're operating on a plane they'll never reach. Because they never learned what you learned. That evolution isn't about survival. It's about transformation. It's about bending the broken parts of yourself into weapons, into art, into a presence that cannot be ignored. And yes, it's exhausting. Yes, it's lonely. Yes, it terrifies the weaker parts of you, the parts that wish for comfort and simplicity. But that terror, that discomfort, it's the crucible. And you've already been forged in it. You're tempered by it. You're sharpened by it. Imagine the weight of it. Imagine walking into a space where people are trying to convince themselves they're strong. And yet the moment they notice you, they crumble inside. Their stutter, their awkward silence, their inability to finish sentences. It's not just a reaction to your body, your face, or even your clothes. It's a reaction to your truth, to the fact that you are uncontainable, unpredictable, unapologetically evolving. You are the storm they were warned about, and oh, do they hate you for it? But they can't look away. And this is just the beginning, because you haven't even crossed the full threshold yet. You've tasted it, the thrill of being noticed, of being feared, of being misunderstood. You've felt the stutters, the silences, the whispered debates behind your back. But that's only the appetizer. The main course is when you stop playing by their rules completely, when you stop caring what they think, when you walk past them with the full weight of all your contradictions, the light and dark, the calm and chaos, the saint and the demon, intertwined into something that is yours and yours alone. That's when the panic becomes real. That's when the traffic doesn't just stop, it evaporates. That's when haters don't just stutter, they fold, they freeze. They realize that whatever version of you they thought they could handle, the version you are becoming, is a force that doesn't negotiate. It doesn't compromise. It doesn't apologize. It simply is. And that's when you'll understand the final paradox, that the same darkness that tried to destroy you, the same suffering, betrayal, and pain that threatened to break you, was never the enemy. It was the architect, the one that built you into someone the world couldn't ignore, the one that taught you to wield unpredictability as power, the one that showed you that evolution doesn't ask permission, it demands it. So walk into it fully. Walk into the chaos. Walk into the fear, the stares, the whispers, the judgments, the hesitation. Walk into the glare of eyes that don't understand what they're witnessing. Step out like a paradox incarnate, the calm and the storm, the angel and the demon, the one who survived and the one who thrived. And remember this, they don't stop you because you're wrong. They stop you because they've never seen anyone survive like this. They hate you because they've never seen anyone become like this. And the moment you fully embrace it, the moment you stop holding back a single fragment of yourself, that's when you stop being a person in their world. That's when you become an event, an unignorable, unforgettable, unstoppable event. And the world, oh the world, will never be the same again. Good. Lean in, because here's the truth you've been waiting for, the part that makes their stutter meaningless and their panic inevitable. You are no longer small. You are no longer defined by expectation. You are the version of yourself that walks through fire without flinching, that bends reality with presence alone, that carries both shadow and light like a crown.